going on, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls? Back again with another Reaction video. Today, we're going to get into The Heart Part 6. Drake, he dropped this last night. It's number 2 trending for music. 10 million views already. We're going to jump right into it. Look, whether you love or hate either artist, you can't deny this has just been, probably this will go down in history as the greatest rap beef of all time. So, Drake has a lot of explaining to do after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us. And hopefully he's got a good track here, some rebuttals, and clear some things up. But we're going to see what's going on. The artwork, Dave Free, doubling down on Dave Free being the father of one of Kendrick's kids. So we're going to jump right into it. Hope you're having a good day. Come vibe with your boy. I don't know what that sample is, but let me see you prove it. Calling Kendrick out.
Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. Okay. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so upset on.
So he said that Kendrick was touched and Kendrick talked about that on a record, and then also Kendrick's dad left him?
You say you got molested. Fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with is so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive, but you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why that's the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to use the sentiment.
That was a bar, that was a bar.
Your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment. The shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents, but you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no sex offender list. Easy does it. You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor.
That was smooth. B sharp, you gotta be sharp, you gotta be clever. Thought you left D flat, like left D, Drake, empty, flat, like defeated. E major.
You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross hair like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dawg, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming.
What's he saying there? You gonna need that paper for later? What's he saying there? You gonna take him to court or something? I don't know if that's a good look, Drake.
That I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger.
Or maybe he's done, like his career's over.
You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't wanna fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you.
Nice
Sounding
flip.
like you send him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser. Instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you send him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. And Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer. I promise.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working.
Say it's light work,
You would
basically.
be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is.
Okay.
You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one and try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game, like, you know, but just let me know when we're getting to the facts. Everything in my shit is facts.
That's strong words.
I'm waiting on you to return the favor. Like.
Strong words, dude. Because here's the thing. We need facts from both sides, okay? We have to have facts for these claims because they're serious claims. And if the facts come out and prove someone else was lying, then that person falls apart, right? So it's like it's just words, but the other person has facts, they win. You know what I'm saying? By like clear decision. So for instance, if the facts come out, Drake's a pedo, and the facts come out, Kendrick's a woman beater, they both lose, but Drake loses worse for sure. No one's gonna debate that. If you debate that, you belong in jail. But let's say it comes out that Kendrick is in fact a woman beater, but Drake, nothing that Kendrick said holds any weight, right? And they prove that. Drake wins, obviously, because he proved something. What he said was real. So it nullifies that whole person's attack on the other artist. This, I think, is a great response. I don't think it's that good of a diss. He didn't say anything in here new other than the fact that he fed Kendrick lies, which is a good play. And I've seen people on Twitter saying, oh, he is a master manipulator, just like Kendrick said. No. This is war. You're allowed to manipulate your opponent. That's okay. If you manipulate your day-to-day friends and people around you to use them, that's not okay. That's what Kendrick was saying. But if you get manipulated in war, this is the art of war. Anything goes like that. All is fair in love and war. You can manipulate your opponent. Ever heard of the Trojan horse? The Romans, I think, got was it Troy? They let the Trojan horse in and they said, hey, it's a gift. We're leaving. Psych, we got soldiers up in here. So that's manipulation. In war, it's okay. So I don't understand why people run with it. I think that's dumb. In here, there were some good bars. There were some solid bars. A couple double or triple entendres, pretty solid. I love the flip on the A minor, the B sharp, and the D flat and E major. It's simple, nothing complex. It's a nice flip. Drake had nice rebuttals in here. He had nice delivery and vocal performance. The beat is great. I love the sample in the back saying, you need some proof. The main thing, this diss isn't as hard as Kendrick's diss, but it is a very good shield to the whole battle and does elevate Drake's position a little bit, right? Where Kendrick was digging a hole, now Drake has kind of filled some dirt back in that hole, and the hole's not as deep. If Drake can prove what he's saying, and also kind of pull Kendrick back a little bit on what he's saying, and kind of ruin the validity to Kendrick's claims. You see what I'm saying? So this is a very defensive track. It's a very not offensive. Kendrick has been offensive the whole time, really, and now Drake is playing a little bit of defense and kind of flipping the narrative a bit to say, hey, Kendrick, I fed you lies. You fell for it. You're stupid. I played you. The claims you're making are false. What I'm saying is true. Dave Free is the father of one of your kids. Dave Free did get Whitney pregnant. You do beat on Whitney. And Drake is so convinced on and saying these things with such conviction that he has to have proof. Otherwise, he looks really stupid, right? So what Drake did here is a great response and a great defensive kind of record, but it's not that much of an attack record. So I think I had Kendrick up 2-0. Now I think it might be a little closer and tied. Kendrick might still have the edge, but we have to wait for a lot of this stuff to come to light. And the fact that he flipped the daughter line and then said, that Kendrick made another track to cover that up real quick, that's smooth, right? Like Drake had some nice rebuttals in here. I love the what would Whitney do? No Millie Bobby Brown, because Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, like that was a great little scheme right there. Drake definitely had some bars in here. I like the way that he approached this song in terms of the sound too, the instrumental. It's not like a hit record. It is catchy, but it's definitely more of a let me talk to him kind of record. Something a little bit closer to that timestamp Drake, which I think he really needs to pull out of his ass and do some timestamp Drake and really nail into Kendrick. But I do like this approach a little bit more than his hit record kind of approach, the hitmaker approach. So this, I think I'd probably still give the edge to Kendrick. We're going to have to see how what Kendrick does and how he responds, because Kendrick has multiple records, right? Kendrick probably has 5 more disses easily, on Drake. Kendrick is a freak of nature. And even if Kendrick doesn't need to respond to this, I think Kendrick will respond to this just because of a few reasons. 1, he hates Drake, and he's just trying to put the nail in the coffin. 2, Kendrick is trying to set an example and make an example out of Drake to solidify him as the boogeyman. And 3, I think this has been a long time coming. So Kendrick is going to shoot his opponent, and then when his opponent is down, he's going to keep firing, and then he's going to set his opponent on fire. Like Kendrick is going to make sure to end the bully, right? Like an Ender's Game when you finish the opponent and you're finishing them so bad that you prevent any conflict in the future. So with this one, the one of the lines in here that I think is a weak defense is he said, "I'm too famous to deal with underage girls or whatever, and I would have been arrested." We've seen time and time again that something comes out with very famous people, very powerful people, and they do get arrested for all kinds of shit, right? Drugs, sex trafficking, drinking and driving, all kinds of bullshit, breaking the law. It doesn't matter how famous you are. You can get away with it longer, but you're going to get caught. Look at what happened with Diddy. Diddy is more powerful than Drake in terms of money and what he's been doing around, what he's, how long he's been around and stuff. And look at Diddy. Diddy's going through some shit right now and getting raided and he's getting caught. So I think that was a weak response. But I do think overall this is a solid response and a defensive record, but I think he's still down a little bit. We're going to have to see how Kendrick responds, because what the best thing about this response is how Drake is setting Kendrick up. He's saying, hey, look, you're making all these claims, but brother, it's all lies. I actually have proof. So Kendrick is now put in this position to where he has to prove what he's saying is true. Otherwise, it does look weaker. His disses do look weaker because it's just empty words, And I also like the title is The Heart Part 6, because the Kendrick has the Heart, part 4, part 5. So Kendrick cannot do the Heart Part 6 song now, So Drake kind of took one from Kendrick's page and copied his opponent's song. But I think this is a very good response and a good defensive record, but it's definitely not an attack. And he didn't say anything new to attack Kendrick. He just said some new things that made Kendrick look a little less credible. And and what Kendrick is saying doesn't hit as hard, right? But still, at the end of the day, we need receipts on both sides to really see what's going on because of the claims and the approach that they have to dissing each other. And I've seen some people say this sounds like Drake's bowing out. It doesn't sound like he's bowing out. I didn't get that. I think Drake will go again if Kendrick goes again, which Kendrick will go again. And I think Drake will go again. I think both of them, Drake definitely has an ego that he's not willing to let slide. Kendrick has a chip on his shoulder and a grudge against Drake he's not willing to let slide. So I think this is going to go on for a few more songs until the official nukes have been dropped. If they do have nukes on each other, they haven't been dropped yet because the nuke is a nuke. It's officially going to end everything. So I think that's the proof. And whether they're milking it or they don't have proof, I don't know. But we're going to have to see. I enjoyed this one. Regardless of who wins at the end of the day, I am a bigger Drake fan. But if he loses, I'll admit it, he loses. You know what I'm saying? I think Kendrick is still up right now. If I absolutely had to pick and give an edge, I think Kendrick's up. But that could change very quickly within the next few songs. We'll have to see. But regardless, this is a beautiful time to be a hip-hop fan. This is one of this will be the most legendary rap beef in the history of hip-hop after this is done. You know, whether who's the winner. It's awesome. You got to respect both guys to putting their careers on the line, putting their names out there, and going back and forth at such a high level. You know, you got to respect it on both sides, whether you like either of the artists. So that'll do it for today's reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here and you haven't done so, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I drop a video every day. If you're not new here, welcome back. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all know what to do. Leave some comments down below. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Who do you have up? Is Kendrick up? Is Drake up? Do you think this is whack? Do you think this is really good? Let me know. The comment section is for you. If you're a fan of Drake, you're a fan of Kendrick, be sure to support the artist. Always support the artist, the band, the YouTuber, entertainer. Whoever's making content and music for you, support that person. So with all that being said, hope you're having a great day. Sending positive vibes your way. And until next time, I'm out.
Ride for you if you ride for me. Wanna win your heart, I'm trying to play for keeps. You ain't gotta worry, put your trust in me, 'cause you running from your problems.